Mami,
I rush ya when I would be Biara.
So, me who the other man, and I'm
going to be my brother, dear, my birthday, I'm a capre. Oh, no, I don't find a fan of crown, oh, dear, no crown, a two-cine.
And then there's someone who catch me more.
Now, my old birthday meets me 5,000 money, do me birthday. Now, you do it one. Every chance, Valentine's Day, Miss Amoska. Senior.
They know, Mammy.
Me new one city grammar.
Mati.
Say no, we'll connect to the stars.
Aye.
To Kwan work with you when you were on them. That's all.
Why peace him in home?
Why piano?
Say, you're my barcushi.
Oh, means a million Marcushi.
Okay.
And I say, why PIA a little bit unlucky. Some of them because they top 4 tickets a man conform beba. And a senko for Germany is very important.
Sure.
Was a Chelsea match in Tinia Jumea made him watch me. Saturday, some sons be Chelsea match and Chelsea match in May 8. JB as a Chelsea movie. Me say,
me should be a first half. Me should be an amco.
Obakushi. I don't know why.
And ne. Oh, say ne ado for that.
Oh, senior. Do go for your friend is saying.
Me dofo. No one catch us say chinchina. And some become dofo. Oh.
Into we are single now.
When you're single.
When you're single.
Aye.
But when you're married so. Aye. A hooku.
Around your whammy. Coffee.
But when you're single.
Also, graduated no unti the jago. Jasha.
Meaning, madam, your shop can see where doom.
Okay.
I see a new overkill.
That's it.
Oh, never quite.
It drew her.
And I don't say because of me, come with you, baby. Come on, body far.
You know, I can't grab no. Oba.
But I tell you,
Oba.
Go for to make people.
When your message Libya on,
you bet me more. You bet me more. If you must be free, my fee.
If madam, so I'm no guaranteeing.
Once a year, young quite.
Maybe I fine. Maybe I fine.
Young guada.
Young go.
As a hard open time, Marco.
And young couple, my cat was a young fouls. I can't go. I go eat this. You know, man, it's often enough. Yes, we knew.
But who's like a way career problem with the boo? I don't have a problem, though. Oh, yeah, you have a see here. Just been you go on Brian. Which I don't boys in the 27 odds. 27 good odds. And guys, the Europa League and now cool near the two. It's congratulations to boys.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Me them so. Wow. If them so, papa.
Now me make my body.
Me so one kasa.
Yes.
O de enko enye program ne enko.
Tumre anu wa chesi. Who dimi tumre so dimi jiresi.
Me nko tumre bia na mako chesi.
Wow. What also ba ko hwe o ye bad man. Na one name Insira 104.5. With one day,
me madam for need a UIP. Madam for no.
It's another Gowagoshi.
So YP what town the
army. As I'm so me
do
no one lebeko.
Person in the YP, because want it.
YP.
Some of our friend.
He's a manager.
Me nyane manager ba madam for no. It is a YP ba program kwa dey sem kubi.
As a kubi. But who could
near kwa idin kobo.
But so could so do become ho.
I know dey me nyan decide.
Unyan decide. Okay, we need this idea. That's all you're there for.
And so, voila.
Mom, so boss no trade with the Saudi. No, was I got
Matin, come on. I said, we're doing.
It's okay. So, I make a say, and now I do voice the 27 odds, and that night with the stars, Michelle. Memano, Moncano Cray. And the Bia, Sadi Bia stories, Moncano Cray. Now, when you're Babako, pay. Any bibia come. Very important. Now, bibia easy mamo. 27 odds and our boys the D and 90. Congratulations and now. So it's me I think that match and now really interesting throughout match and nation. Me the kind of ball match. The kind of ball in you know. It's second half and I'm sure most of the games and they're very interesting, especially FC Porto Roma Diana Claudio Ranieri complaining about it was a really interesting game of course, he also said that Echo away to Midland. Echo show 2-1. Fenerbahce Tnefi Eshe Anderlecht 3-0. It Europa League no so a shape up. Galatasaray without Victor Osimhen elusive by 4-1. Let's see. I think say in the various leagues, baby I do no. A shape up Anessa. And we started with the Spanish La Liga and how our table no ababe. Barca started very well, no results and all that show. Atletico de Madrid at some point in time. In fact, it was a 10 points difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid. And then Madrid are on top. And so Utiye, a lot of the Madrid fans are after that win against Manchester City, and then Madrid will be full of confidence going to any match, whether in the Spanish La Liga or of course in Europe. And of course, most of the Madrid fans will tell you that for them, the season starts in February, March going. A whole almost success is still because Madrid have been good in the last few months, and you will give them a lot of credit. Of course, with respect to this weekend games, so Madrid had a show with 50 points, Atletico de Madrid 49, Barcelona 48 after closing in on them. Which one of the best things Barca have done in recent times for me has been the extension of small boys no contracting. And I'm bringing this image.
My Gavi,
my Pedri,
my Kubasi,
my Pau Kubasi, my almost all of the young boys. In fact, Lamine Yamal is in the pipeline. Somebody extending a contract for him, and it's just in the right direction. Some boys think, you know what you Deco say, Lamine Yamal priceless. And just as Gavi, Pedri might extend your contracts now, of course with Kubasi, Araumo, the place for Lamine Yamal is at Barcelona for them to win. And he said something really, really instrumental. He said, Barca team, no, most of the players in here under 25 years. And he said, peak rain, Barca peak your boy, they are playing one. He sees it in the next 2-3 years, that's where Barca will really dominate Europe because Eberu Samena, Lamine Yamal, Kubasi, Pedri, Gavi, all of these boys have grown to 24, 25, 26 years. After they will push it up in Europe and then getting results over there. And you need to give a lot of credit to Deco. I've said it. Said 2 seasons ago. Abranoni, Matthew, Alemani, Mo, Hoidi, Cruyff, Mo, tried to put Barca together, especially at a time when Barca seek a same form. We all kept on saying that Barca will be one of the end will justify the means or not. At this point in time, he has been good. To the point that Onuanka said sacking the former teammate in Xavi Hernandez. Saying they will bring in a new manager. Whatever the situation was, Xavi had to go. And then Deco has done an excellent job. And now, Abranche Fenu Pau Kubasi 2029. And then the contracts and extend their contract. Nobody can extend it to 2027. But before that's not only 18. So once he turned 18 in January, Barca's plan was to extend a further to 2029 because that's when they give him that credit. And there is a picture, I know who's a Barca for the posty. The offside trap next year, na original actually, and my miniature of Mbappe picture. Say Kubasi or the offside master of HOCCA, and I think there is a really important player for Team FC Barcelona. Frankie de Jong, who needs also a contract extension in the pipeline until say Obabepra. Now, what we are hearing is that Barca would want to keep him. Even the likes of Fran Garcia Muñano, Barca would want to keep him over there. Which, there is a picture of Florentino Perez and Jose Angel Sanchez. And anytime I almost say Jose Angel Sanchez and Florentino Perez and Nambumbiano, it's either say almost operation for or against. To be very honest, say an operation to go and get young players in Southern America area, then it's going to be the job of Huni Khalifa because Nedimano, he knows the inside and outs of getting young players, especially in South America, to come to Madrid to come and get a job done. We will always go back and talk about Rodrigo Goes, Vinicius Jr., Sabo Senior, and how Madrid got them to come to training grounds and of course to play for Team Friends in Real Madrid. But when it's Jose Angel Sanchez, then it's really about keeping some of the key players there and then making sure some of the players they prevent that from happening. Who's a guy because there has been a meeting between Saudi Arabia and Vinicius Jr. and also Real Madrid. Saudi for now have met Jose Angel Sanchez about Vinicius Jr. Saudi for now have been very, very stubborn and smart with Vinicius Jr. operations. You know? Yes, there is a conversation of the World Cup and the fact that Omunyaya, he's going to be part of the faces of World Cup now. Or Saudi, hold on. But Rich, Operation Vinicius Jr. No, one, Nebo Bayeding, a breaking record if it will truly happen. Two, it will take smart financial engineering for Saudi Arabia for them to be able to move Vinicius Jr. out of the grasp of Florentino Perez and Jose Angel Sanchez. Rich, given what we've seen with Kylian Mbappe, with Karim Benzema going to Saudi Arabia, why Vinicius leaves Madrid?
No, me play the Semenyo.
Especially with Benzema there, because maybe a surprise.
So, Osakre free South America crowd, yeah. Engineering the Ebanis Kasama. Romono Masa, O Fiifi-Manfred.
But so what being yes,
or two kind,
some come away and young come for boys not no more banana because Vini Abenyeska.
Scano, Saya,
and then as
Meba, say Ronaldo still at the super scar. Vinicius Jr. be Pisca count. Seleno Messi,
yeah.
Siko Muinina, so I'm to US almost up is can be a kawa. Coffee, and Manio say Vinicius Jr. be accepted this offer and go.
So, Ronaldo
from South America.
So, Ronaldo Messi, and I am Mrena, no, woman, and a baby trema, and a son is almost a baby. You see, we know we are a drink for baby because when you reach at Madrid, in terms of financially operating and keeping players there, last 2 weeks, time Ronaldo here that interview with El Chiringuito about time about free Madrid and whether he's the best player now. He asked for contract extension at that time from Florentino Perez. Madrid was salary cap, they don't go over. Any Madrid fan or any Madrid star will speak about this. They have a salary cap that they don't go over in terms of wages to players. Now, Sikana Saudi for the banner. It's too much. Rich, she say Vinicius Jr. contract in 2027. He signed in 2023. It is in terms of contract extension, Crampono. So Madrid may a proper contract extension for Vinicius Jr. The conversations ideally per regular timelines should start in 2026, 1 year to the end of time. And properly, Madrid can have a conversation to extend the contract of Abrantia, your friend Vinicius Jr. But the Saudis want to be smart. Omunim said, in Comodini, I've not really gotten to the point where they have to get to, and all of those things in tea. Then what they want to do is say, Vinicius Jr. at this point in time, send a up. By the time Madrid for the try some bomber keep him at Real Madrid, no, they will be able to keep him over there and then take him away to Saudi Arabia. For me, at age 24, Rich Vini called Saudi Arabia a better one for him.
So
yeah, I think that he has a chance to make legacy, to make a huge name for himself. Oh, Madrid on him. Near a little bit of a stumbling block, and now he has to share the glory with Mbappe. And Mbappe is European. Mbappe will pull more strings than he Vinicius Jr. will pull. And even a European in Rodrigo Cascante, who is a midfielder from Manchester City, pulled more strings in a season where Vinicius Jr. winning Champions League, and Rodrigo did not win. So if your boss season be, now Mbappe timid France him Koji World Cup, Koji Heroes. Now Saturday the Madrid Juma. No, the Brazil Campo Koye Campuna. People are more going to be aligned with Mbappe on the other side. And Mbappe can pull those strings than Abrante and Vinicius Jr. I just hope Vini and Toraj have a very good plan for him because for me, we're excellent talent.
Call the uncle, but obey you see Saudi fund their J.
Scout. Madrid was salary cap.
Obey.
Even for Ronaldo, they didn't go the cap.
Now, so if you say you live in India, first kind of man knows it.
But even for Ronaldo, they didn't go beyond the cap.
Ebia Ronaldo no more any age.
Well, at 20, so very good argument.
Ebia no more Ronaldo age in the so Okrawani. To the end of the year, man, ask how to stay. So all of us all you can go. But Vini young. So that's a fake crown or do the pick.
Wow.
Ebia Madrid be consider Sanya man. Then can of promote first can of
Kashito da semna
settings.
Maybe English Premier League na do no see yet to see between any channel. And bad news for Joseph Guardiola. Akanji out for at least about 3 weeks. And the thing is that unze me catch say in the coming weeks, you be who be obi abo bridge na. Because Arsenal are complaining of injury of Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, mo prepra. Then, for some reason, I think the Liverpool have been very good in terms of managing our injuries. Almost next to nothing. Apart from Federico Chiesa consistently, he has been on the treatment table. No? Liverpool have been very good. They found it very kind on the side of injuries this season. The likes of Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, to an extent, and a lot of injuries in the quest for the top four. Now, Rich, Man City, Newcastle, bebo, fit and sit. But anyway, say Man City and Newcastle over the weekend, no, Arsenal and so against Leicester City. It's a fairly okay game because Leicester will be on the form. We are expecting that Arsenal will get a job done. Then Liverpool over Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, under Pereira, they are beginning to get things done in game. And of course, Arne Slot has spoken about Matthias Cunha and how good of a player that he is. But really, the most important thing is in that match, we know that Liverpool can get a job done. And then Chelsea will meet Brighton and Hove Albion for the second time in 7 days. Because the problems are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Still scoring. Center forward in New wingers, you don't get goals from them. The good news, however, from Chelsea is that Enzo Maresca was clear. Said Reece James in pride. He just wanted to rest him, and then Senegal put too much pressure on the muscle. For the very first time, Reece James above ball for 4 months since December. That's only any injury issues. So that's a very good positive from Chelsea Football Club. Again, inside pre-match press conference now, Enzo Maresca say for the very first time, the number one goalkeeper is Philip Jorgensen in this moment. It has a sharp problem, or so at that point in time in terms of getting the job done. In the last 10 matches at Chelsea, and Brighton and Hove Albion in all competitions, Chelsea seem to be winning, especially in the English Premier League. Another positive from Enzo Maresca pre-match press conference was a brand here, your friend Wesley Fofana. I told you the last time, say in terms of the way Maresca won the ball, the centre backs, and the job they have to do. Wesley Fofana is a really important player, very important player, especially Saúl Levi Cole as a CCB. Then you'll be more of the aggressor without the ball, and then prevent a lot of the turnovers, and then deal with transitions, and that's in a branch of friend Wesley Fofana. So almost 2 months ago, Enzo Maresca said Wesley Fofana will not play until the end of the season. Wesley interview can say already, or you sure say by March he will be back. It looks as if Wesley knew what he was saying. And according to Enzo Maresca, Wesley is back into the team, and then he is going to go on and play for Chelsea Football Club. Not an enemy, but at least in 2 weeks. Which an enemy match. Without a striker, what is going to be your starting lineup, especially up front? So Chelsea have both 4-3-3 and that's a 4-2-3-1. Gives Wepra.
Momo Kupama.
As a false 9.
Yeah.
Wingers no bebo one. Next is Nkuku Subebo. No, the same thing boy against
option. Option be anyhow. That is the only option.
But it means that Obama still Jadon Sancho ana. Babo Jadon Sancho still.
Sure.
Noni Madueke. Nkuku Kupama.
Ebia noni no.
What the Pedro net to beba.
I think so.
But for me, I'd rather drop Jadon and play Pedro and then Noni. Because as a
Ube Jadon Sancho film.
Yes, the way Brighton fully defending. I'm about with a highlight. You need more directness. Okay. And I don't get it from Jadon. Jadon, keep ball retention, he does it well. But I want more directness. Then if you want to be Rich, over Caicedo, and I say, Juana, I will feel you on him. Caicedo Enzo Fernandez, I will feel you on him. Now, at your resumes here back. Sisi center backs now, so be a honum. Levi Cole or Tosin or Chaluba or Reece back, and the overall right back in the regimes. Now center back, maybe a Levi Cole Tosin, now Marco Creya. In the Chelsea Kitabora, you see, but Chelsea can keep the weight with Creya, I want to say. But what is important, and they say Reece elbow or right center back, I say that's a Kukurea keep it with now. Chelsea need more directness. Out of Chelsea wingers, no, who can be more direct? And that's the bigger question, which I think say an enemy a very big test of Enzo Maresca's adaptability as a manager. because Nicolas Jackson any horror. You don't have a focal point. How do you manage the game in a sense it's over exploited Brighton for with a highlight? Because Fabian Hazelaka said he won't change anything in terms of the highlight. How do you adapt with wingers no and then get the win? Because City, any team my friend in Newcastle airborne this weekend, it's just yet to be a 3-pointer. They open up from the top and get into a very, very comfortable position in fourth. And the next match is fairly good for them. And yes, then I think you may almost at the tip of the iceberg for Chelsea.
Right.
Jigua, the Chelsea season will blow up into steams already, and people will be doing cover. But of course, years then it means that Chelsea obviously back, and we'll see how it go. Arsenal, Bukayo Saka is still out, 8 weeks, and obey out. Kai Havertz, say to the end of the season, Kai Havertz. Back for Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah,
United.
Yeah.
Aye.
Okay. Zico Costa say now we pay for our mistakes by letting João Felix go on loan. Like Palmer falls number 9 and João at number 10. Abrante no one is over. And yet Chelsea for is on Cologne. Abrante na say onya playing time our Chelsea nti omo man nkona ade similar do benya bia bo
kind of from the time when I Chelsea got to João Felix I've been very positive about a lot of things at Chelsea for here but João Felix me I was never in João Felix the same players in Kukuni nti any sanga Chelsea got on
okay nti I want some no siko na ne catch am say ye kono unlimited